My name's Nick Downs. I'm a co-founder and one of the brewers at Reformation Brewery. We've been brewing here for about 3.5 years, but Reformation Brewery started close to 10 years ago in my backyard. We were home brewers and we decided to invite a couple of friends over, and that turned into a few more friends the next time, and then over the course of about 3 years we went from 5 or 6 guys to over 100 people showing up in my backyard for what became known as Brew Night. That continued for 3 years, as I said, and then we decided to go ahead and expand and start brewing professionally. In just a few short years, Reformation Brewery has become pretty important to the local community. We have just over 18 full-time employees now and a number of part-time employees. Each year in our tasting room, which we call the keeping room, we attract over 25,000 people over the course of that year. So Reformation Brewery is typical of all breweries. We take malted barley and we extract sugar. We take that sugar and we boil it for a period of time where we add hops, and then we pass it through a heat exchanger into a fermenter where we introduce yeast. Yeast works on the sugars for a period of time, and then after 2 weeks or so it's beer. We carbonate it and package it. So for us, we use the boiler in the initial part of that. Every day that we brew, the boiler is on. It's the only way we generate heat. Our entire brew house runs off the steam generated by our boiler. Yeah, the boiler is critical to our operations. No boiler, no beer. We can't brew without it. We can't generate the heat we need to boil, and it's impossible to operate without the boiler. We've had the boiler for just about 2 years now, and we have monthly service done to it where we test the water and make sure the feed water is good for the boiler. And we do have an annual maintenance program that Boiler Solution comes in and inspects the boiler and replaces anything that needs to be replaced. So we met Boiler Solutions really because they were across the parking lot from us. We developed a friendship with them, shared a couple of beers, and when we needed some things done like welding or some pipe blade, they would come over and help us out with that. So we had a really good relationship with them. So when it was time to go ahead and find a boiler, they were just a natural choice for us. Several months ago we showed up to start our brew day and the boiler was down. It was cold and it had kicked off sometime during the night. We were not able to restart it. So I called Boiler Solutions about 6 in the morning and explained what was going on, and they were here within the hour. They got it reset, boiler was up and running, and we were able to complete the brew day. We would certainly recommend Boiler Solutions. They've done a great job for us. They maintain the boiler, they're here when we need them. The employees are all great. It's just a great company. We're glad to use them.